since you started with terrorism. So I'm speaking.
And I'm sorry.
Also learn people involved.
And I never said terrorism. I said extremists.
I think it is Alex's girlfriend and speaking for him. So now I got that one out too.
So
I'm not done.
Okay. Shalana Moreta is our last speaker for the evening.
Shalana Moreta, Communities for Food and Family Farms. When we brought up extremist groups putting your local food supply in danger and harassing Petalumans, we were totally dismissed by this council. The groups I'd referred to before have been listed on the FBI website as extremist groups, rated by the FBI as potential domestic terrorists, and a leader of one of these groups was convicted of felony conspiracy and various misdemeanors by a Sonoma County judge in November 2023. This is a fact. Now these groups are showing up inside Trader Joe's, harassing your community, flying drones over your local farms, following your minority fairground employees home and vandalizing their homes, costing taxpayers money by vandalizing the fairgrounds, intimidating and harassing an executive of Petaluma Poultry at his home within city limits. Are you aware that one of the most beloved events in Petaluma lost its float of its biggest sponsor over this intimidation? How is this acceptable to you all? You all marched proudly at Butter and Eggs Day Parade with the wool over your eyes while the local sponsor that helps keep that parade going felt scared to be there. What's going on?
Thank you. That was our last speaker for general public. First speaker is Shalana Moreta.
Hi, Shalana Moreta. This isn't an us versus them thing. This is a thing where Petaluma wants to have a say in its own future. I would hope that this council would do a more thorough job of representing our community. It's just opposite of what the people seem to want. I keep hearing that the overlay doesn't usher in the hotel, but the overlay is because of the hotel. One look at social media comments should give all of you a good idea of how many people really do not want our downtown changed this much. You guys are not trusting the people of our town to know what we want for the future of our town. You're not trusting the people of the past who have fought for the right things for our town. You say that there will be a lot of opportunity for the public to weigh in, but it's very clear that you aren't listening to the community. A lot of things could be resolved with communication, but instead of communication, it seems one side is being shut down and shut up. Ironic that is the side that is from Petaluma. This is nothing against Ebby. He seems like a very nice man. But the fact is, we do not need an outside developer to reinvigorate our downtown. We need communication among our community. We need support from the city. Lean into what the community wants. Look at other towns that have utilized their downtowns in a way that embraces the historic feel, bolsters tourism wrapped around that historic feel. Talk to the small businesses downtown and see what they want and need. Help them. Not bring in a big dog from out of the area to compete against our beautiful local businesses. It's just not respectful of what Petaluma is. You're using studies provided by the developer. You guys aren't doing your own. You're not trying anything to boost our own community first. I swore I wasn't going to come in here and call you guys lazy again, but holy smokes. Can we get some people in here with a little bit better business sense than this? The local businesses don't want this unless it's the ones who've been promised that they'll buy product from them. It's like offering a kid some candy and asking if they like you. Come on. Guys, Petaluma can handle its own self. We don't need outside developers coming into our town to fix things. We need support for the small businesses to get into their buildings faster, to upgrade a pizza oven in less than 3 years. The word on the street is that Petaluma is terrible to do business with. Why? Why can't we fix that first? I'm not just saying this stuff. I'm doing it. I'm getting out and I'm communicating with the community. Did you guys all go by Foster Freeze during the parade? That's from a little bit of communication. We can fix our own downtown. Help us out. Come on.
Thank you. That was our last public speaker for the evening. Close public comment. Bring it back up to council.
I'd like to speak.
And
I'd like to speak first.
Councilmember Kidder Thompson.
I actually had this prepared for April 7th meeting, but I've added on to it a little bit, but I just want to give a little context of what's been going on. So now I want to talk about hateful speech on social media posts and the Petaluma Historic Advocates and the advocates. On a recent social media post, There is a caricature post of me with a large nose, which was absolutely anti-Semitic. The comments by people I know were equally disturbing. Unfortunately, these people are connected with the Petaluma Historic Advocates. I also learned people involved with the Petaluma Historic Advocates are spreading lies about my deceased parents.
We get to rebuttal this?
No,
I
can
can
we just keep this
yeah.
together here for tonight's
You know
meeting?
what,
Or are
Shalina?
we asking for?
I'm gonna continue.
You can either, you've had your
You know what?
opportunity.
You have not been
Councilmember Cater
respectful
Thompson.
since you started with terrorism. So
Councilmember
I'm
Cater.
speaking. Can you
Just,
control
let's take
this?
a breath while I call.
I'd appreciate
I'm going
it.
to call the Sergeant at Arms into the room to ask and
just-
dismiss
it's enough
Ms.
already,
Moreta
'cause I'm
until,
done with
unless
this
she
crap.
ceases her comments, because this is not public comment period. This is her opportunity. You're out of line. I'll ask the officers to come in. Have we taken a deep breath? And I'm sorry, Ms. Chantel Rogers is now out of line. Another comment, and she'll be asked to depart. And that's broad for everybody now. We know what the rules are, and we're returning to council.
Unfortunately, these people are connected with the Petaluma Historic Advocates. I also learned people involved.
And I never said terrorism. I said extremists. They're literally listed on the FBI website.
Please, you
You're
need,
welcome.
I also learned people involved with Petaluma Historic Advocates are spreading lies about my deceased parents. They may not be here to defend themselves, but I have a voice. A member of the Petaluma Historic Advocates on Nextdoor, someone's license plate they took a photo of and put it on social media. I think Shalina is Alex's girlfriend and speaking for him. So now I've got that one out too.
so.
I'm not done.
Okay,
So they posted a license plate connected with EKN, and that's called doxing, and that's illegal. And the follow-up language about that doxing was even more disturbing. And this is all, there's screenshots of all this stuff. I hope the Petaluma Historic Advocates understand who they've surrounded themselves with. They should have taken responsibility for their actions and the actions of their supporters. Petaluma Historic Advocates has not done this. Saying the council is kissing ass, I'm ashamed of these comments. I've spoken to many people in our town, and I have more appointments to meet with more people. Gaslighting. Nobody knows the facts of this project. And the majority of residents of Petaluma don't even know this is going on. But I assure you, our businesses downtown do know what's going on. And they're very supportive of this because our downtown is deteriorating. I just think that this has been an attack. The social media attacks have been unacceptable. And I think that there's not a huge number of residents in Petaluma here tonight opposing this project. But I do know that I'm talking to people that do oppose this project. They want facts and they're not getting the facts. They're only getting the gaslighting. And there's been nothing but gaslighting all along.
okay,
And that's it for now, but I might come back later.
okay, sounds good. Anyone, another comment on the evening here?
And just to clarify, Mr. Mayor, sorry to break in, that's just confirming that's on all three actions under item 11 on the agenda.
And I'll
That's
ask
taken as
for
one
the
action.
motion, and we're good there?
Correct, that was the motion.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and we have Councilmember DeCarli rejoining us just in time for me to say this meeting.
Actually, I've got something to say.
The meeting
No.
is closed.
That's fine. I have never been anything but nice to you, Janice.
It's not about you and me. And don't do a speech, it's enough already.
No.
You know, you
I have
can't
never
hear it
been
all,
anything but
it's
nice
like
for
from day
you,
one.
When is the time? She got the time to do it.
Yeah, well,
You are a disgusting, vile person. Nobody speaks for me.
thank you, historic district. This is who you put on the council. Thank
You
you.
have been stabbing my back for a long, long time now, and you did it again.
Erica, I've never
You
even
are
known you.
unfit for public office. You have no business representing Petaluma.
Alex.
You better do something about it.
Yeah.
The meeting's over, Eric.
Meeting's over. You guys can keep the meeting's done if you guys could keep going. Just keep going, please. The meeting's adjourned. Please keep going. Please keep going.